Given the fact that I've studied half my education in design, at least in India, and I grew up there and now I work there, it's something that you just can't miss because it has a history of incredible architecture, but also similarly has a history of resource optimization, and has extreme climate. So even from ancient times, where Indian architecture is very famous for, it was always optimizing resource, getting it locally, involving local traditions, crafts, understanding the various climatic aspects. So I think it's kind of inherent, and education just fostered that interest more. My partner has a degree in sustainability, therefore that further brought that into the practice. And I actually don't think there's any other way to do it. So I wouldn't understand where to go if I wasn't focused on sustainability. You know, given the fact that sustainability has a lot to do with the climate and has a lot to do with local contextuality, I think it's more the way of thinking about sustainability rather than it's in hot climate or cold climate or rainy climate or composite climate, because one has to understand the basic principle of how humans build habitat in sync with the environment. And that has to be examined from first principles wherever the project may be. So I don't really see different climates being an issue at all. I live in Delhi, which is part of the Indo-Gangetic Plain, and I mean this region, this Indo-Gangetic Plain supports 1/10 of the entire world's population, directly or indirectly. So relationship to water is with rivers, it's with unfortunately today pollution, it's to do with the interface of human activity and human urban activity with the river, because traditionally rivers are holy in the land I come from, mainly because they are a way of sustenance, they are part of mythology, they are part of transaction. So they really are a part of everything. So all holy activities, birth, growth, trade, commerce, business, architecture, urban space, all happened by the river. And still today, we ignore our rivers quite a lot for some reason, but I think awareness is there and it's going to come back to being exactly that. So there are not so many which are kind of literally trying to cover diverse creative minds from around the world. And whilst they're online platforms, but that's still not the same as physically engaging. And this platform provides that physical engagement and chance interaction with people from around the world. I think that is probably the only way where you can sort of guess estimate where you stand in a global discourse. And that's also the golden opportunity to shift your stand and learn as you go along. So it's extremely important to have the same topics discussed from different perspectives from around the world.